Welcome to this week's supply chain update, brought to you by Phoenix International. Let's start with market conditions. Trans-Pacific demand is cooling off as we move into July, following a strong early peak season. Spot rates to the West Coast are now nearing fixed levels, while East Coast rates are beginning to dip. On the Far East westbound lane, rates remain elevated after a 60% SCFI climb, though the pace of increase has slowed. Meanwhile, transatlantic westbound rates are holding steady, with most carriers deferring July surcharges. Now, let's take a look at operational updates. Equipment availability remains solid across key Asian ports, supporting steady flows. In Europe, operations face growing strain from strikes in Belgium and Sweden, low water levels on the Rhine, and rail congestion in Germany. Inland container shortages continue in Central and Southeastern Europe, especially in Austria and Hungary. Turning to capacity management, Trans-Pacific vessel utilization is steady at around 85 to 90%, with extra loaders driving occasional overcapacity to the Pacific Southwest. Blank sailings are easing, with cancellation rates expected to fall further. On the Far East westbound side, strong bookings are limiting space availability, while carriers adjust rotations to keep up with demand. Transatlantic capacity has improved as port congestion clears, and no major blank sailings are reported. The U.S. has extended its reciprocal tariff pause to August 1st for all trade partners except China, which will see its 10% duty expire August 12. President Trump has proposed new tariffs on 22 countries, set to match any increases placed on U.S. goods. De minimis shipments regulated by the FDA must now include PGA data. New tariffs on Vietnam, BRICS nations, copper, and pharmaceuticals are also on the table. A $365 million infrastructure upgrade has begun at the ITS terminal in Long Beach. The project will fill in a 19-acre slip, modernize gate operations, and implement a new terminal operating system. Once complete, it will allow simultaneous handling of two 18,002 vessels and boost overall terminal capacity by roughly 50%. Completion is expected in just over 3 years. U.S. container imports are projected to fall sharply beginning in August, following a brief rebound in July. According to a recent report, May volumes declined 6.4% year-over-year, with even steeper drops forecast through the fall. Importers are front-loading shipments ahead of the August 1st tariff start date, as tariff policy shifts continue to complicate planning. Shipping costs from China to the UK have surged nearly 60% in recent months, driven by increased US demand absorbing vessel space. UK retailers are facing higher import costs just as consumer inflation pressures persist. Experts expect the elevated freight rates to impact retail pricing well into Q3. And that concludes our update on the global supply chain. Thank you for joining us. We will continue to monitor these developments and keep you informed.